Hi guys, I'm starting off day 1 of my 12 days of Christmas with this Christmas Tree Dotticure. A lot of the designs that I'll be doing this year are actually inspired from ornaments that I'll be showing you guys, and so I thought a tree inspired design would be a great place to start. So if you'd like to see how I did this, just stay tuned. Starting out with clean, dry nails, I'm going to be applying my base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base coat, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. All of the colors that I'm going to be using today are Zoya, including my base color, which is Snow White. And usually my go-to white from Zoya is Purity, but I just recently picked this up in my haul, and it's a little bit kind of softer and creamier. So after comparing the two, I decided this one would work better for this design. To mask off the Christmas tree shape, I'm just going to be using regular old Scotch tape, and I went ahead and cut some strips just to get started. I'm going to be making the tip pretty much at the top of my nail, and I debated putting a star at the top of the tree and decided against it. So going for just a tiny hint of white at the very top, and then I'm taking the bottom edge down to like where the corner of my nail would be if my nails were square. This rounded shape to me actually makes it a little bit trickier to place the tape, but you can pick it up and play with it a little bit, or look at it from a different angle if you need. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the tape on all my fingers. Then maybe trim off the excess too so it's not wobbling all around here. I decided to go with pixie dust colors for this, even though I'm not going to be leaving it textured. They just give a really good glitter payoff. This lighter green is CC. The darker green is Elfie. The red is China. And the gold is Levi. So those are the 4 colors that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be using 3 different sizes of dotting tools. I've got just a plastic lid here to dab my color out on, and I'm going to get started with the 2 green colors, which are kind of representative of the actual tree, and my medium-sized dotting tool. And I'm actually going to be going 1 nail at a time because pixie dust do tend to dry just a little bit crunchy, so I don't want them to get too dry on the nail before I peel them off. First, going to go ahead with the lighter green. Then, I guess I could have got that open first. Go ahead and add a few dots of the darker green. And this is a little bit of a squeeze on my pinky nail here. The rest of the nails I'll have a little bit more room to maneuver. Then I'm going to add the red polish, and for that I'm going to use a slightly larger dotting tool. The red is representative of ornaments, and finally I'll be adding the gold, and the gold is representative of the lights. So, this isn't like a super, I don't know if I'll say accurate Christmas tree. It's a Christmas tree inspired. Inspired in the shape, inspired in the colors. So I'm just going to add the gold and maybe even overlap it on top of the red in a couple spots. And then gonna grab a pair of tweezers just to make things a little bit easier and peel off the tape. And that will reveal, if I can get this side, the triangular shape. So, like I said, maybe not completely the easiest to see on my pinky here, but I'm gonna zoom in a little and get to work on the rest of these nails. If you want to keep the textured pixie dust look, you could certainly leave it like this, but I'm going to finish it off with a top coat, and as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. So here's the finished manicure, and I really like how this turned out. If it's a little bit busy for you, you can either cut back some of the colors or don't overlap the dots. And if you don't want them to overlap, I'd suggest starting with the largest dot first and then working down to the smallest dots, more like I did with my sectional Dotticure that I did a couple years ago. But I did a little bit of testing here on this corner of my notebook. This is just with the light green. This is just with the dark green. This is with both but not overlapping, and this is with both overlapping. And obviously they're not in tree shapes there, but that's part of how I decided how exactly I was going to do this. So I think this is a pretty good start to the series. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you're notified for all my new nail art over the next days leading up to Christmas. And after that too, of course, although not quite as frequently then. But let me know what you think of this. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching.